Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another dolallycrafts. I'm running a day late and $1 short, but never mind. I am here. I do apologise for this not going live yesterday. I did plan it and then it never got made until late last night, and it was too late to come in and film. Okay, as you can see, this card is gorgeous. It's a see-through card made with window sheet. I saw Jennifer Maguire do something like this eons ago, and I've wanted to give it a go. I had some old acetate around the house, but when I folded it, it split in half. At the crease here, it actually split. It was that old and brittle, but I love the way this card came out. Now on Jennifer's, she actually put whatever it was on the outside, she actually put on the inside as well, because she didn't want the glue to be seen. But I strategically used glue dots on this, and the edges of the butterflies aren't actually attached, so it looks clean from the inside. We've got this little piece here which just gives it a little bit of decoration. You've got room here to write your message, room here and room here. So there's plenty of room on this card for messages. Just got to make sure that when you open it up, give it a crease again so that it stands up. But as you can see, it does stand up, and it's just a magic card to make. And I even made the matching envelope, complete with the old snail mail. Can't beat snail mail. I love the Better Than Email stamp set. It's no longer available, but if you go on Facebook and ask around in some of the retired stock Stampin' Up groups, you might be able to pick up a set of that. I love this set, and as you can see, I decorated the back just where you'd put your name and address for the return mail, and then the Can't Beat Snail Mail snail down there, and just some butterflies to decorate the front. And I think that card is stunning, and I hope you do too. Okay, now I've got an offer with this one. If you place a $50 order in my online store at dolallycrafts.stampinup.net, you will receive not only this card in the mail, but I will send you a kit to make your own. The only thing I won't be including are the stamps, which is great because that way you can make this card your own by putting your own sentiments on. I used an inside sentiment for the outside and an outside sentiment for the inside, so I switched it up a bit. Yeah, so I hope you like this card, and we will get started on it. All the sizes can be found on my blog, and this time I promise I will upload all of the sizes. I only noticed yesterday when I went into my website that I hadn't uploaded the cards from my son-in-law's birthday card. I've just got to finish that off now. Okay, so you will need a piece of clear acetate, and this measures 4 1/8. We've got a scrap of Whisper White card, which is for the sentiment. Yes, Maisie's in here too, if you can hear her whining. Go and lay down. Bed. Bed. Good girl. Okay, you've got a piece of vellum, because I found this floral card was a little bit too bright when you put the butterflies over the top. It was just a little bit too bright, but when you pop the vellum over the front, it just mutes it a little bit, so it looks really pretty. Okay, so you need the vellum. I've got to cut that to size. You need the floral piece, and then there should be, yes, 3 pieces of Whisper White cut to the same size as the floral. So I've just got to trim my vellum down, so I'll just move all of this out the way. I did cut that out and then realised I didn't cut it out with the sticky stuff on the back, so bear with me for a moment. Bring in my Stampin' trimmer, and we'll just trim this down. It's going to be 2.5 inches wide. There we go. Okay, so we're all set to go. Now I'm going to put the outside of the, I'm going to put the card together first. So I bring in my Simply Scored, turn it round the right way. I'm going to fold this in half along the crease and then line it up in the Simply Scored so that I know I've got the edges meeting. Give it a really good crease with the bone folder on the Simply Scored, and then an even stronger crease on the desktop. And there we've got a perfectly flat piece of acetate. Now, on with the snail. And we're going to, if I can pop this on, no, it's 3/4 up and in from either side. Sorry, I'm trying to be precise because I forgot I actually cut this at 4 1/8, not 4 inches. And there we go, we've got a bit of fluff there. So we've got that. Now with the acetate, because the butterflies are going to be over the top, I just put a small strip of it, sorry, not the acetate, the vellum, just put a small strip of snail there just to adhere that, and you can barely see it. Once the butterflies are over, that will disappear. And I'm also going to put strategic glue dots under there. Now we'll open it up again, more snail on the Whisper White, and I'm just going to fit that over the top of the patterned DSP and flatten that down. So now you're not going to see the glue on the back of the DSP, which holds that in place. Now, before I pop this piece in, I'm going to bring in my Melon Mambo ink and my inside sentiment, which is All Days Are Beautiful that Begin With You, and I'm going to try and get this as straight as possible inside here. I don't know how straight that is. Actually, it's not too bad. Do I need it? I might as well, while I've got this out, stamp the other sentiment, which goes on the front, and it's with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day. And I'm just going to pop that to the right of this piece of paper, and I'll be back. Maisie wanted, she heard hubby stirring in the next room and wanted to be out with him, so that's fine. So we'll pop the ink away for a moment, and I'm just going to trim this. Actually, make sure that that's one. There we go. Take that out of the trimmer. So there's our part of our sentiment done. So I'll move that aside for a moment. Now, we're going to bring this back in, stick some snail on the back of it, like so. That's all dried now. I'm going to stick this down onto the other piece as straight as possible, like so, and then just pop the paper, the acetate down on it, and there you go, that's all lined up. Simple to get rid of the glue being shown on the back. Normally you would put your mark there. I mean, you could put one of the stamps out of the Better Than Email on here, which would be either handcrafted specially for you, or one of the other. There's a multitude of different sayings in that stamp set. So okay, we've got the card base done, so we can pop that aside with the sentiment. Now I'm going to bring in the beautiful butterfly thinlits. I can't remember what they're their name is, and I don't know where the packet is. It's here on my desk somewhere, but it's not directly in line of sight, so never mind. Okay, now I've already popped them down on the cardstock, reason being I've already put the Sizzix sheet, the permanent adhesive sheet, on the back and cut it to size. So I'm going to run both of these through my Big Shot. Okay, we're in with the Big Shot and my well-loved plates. Okay, I've got, as you can see, a piece of card underneath the bottom plate, just as a shim, because of how delicate these are. Yes, I do have the metallic plate, but I don't like using it because I find that it ruins the plates. Now, I'm putting this in upside down. That's one of the reasons that I used washi tape to hold the dies in place, because I find I get a better cut when I use the dies upside down, because then the rollers are going directly over the dies on the cutting edges. And then I'm just going to do it again on this side and give it a couple of runs through, because there's so many really intricate tiny little pieces, especially on the melon, not the melon mambo, the mango melody cardstock that I'm using. Now, from looking at that, all of the pieces apart from a couple down here, and the rollers are actually this side and this side of the Big Shot. So if you want really good cuts, you need to move it so that the dies are going directly under the plates, under the rollers. Okay, so pop the melon mambo under there and give this a run through as well. That's one, and twist it round, oops, like so, and once more. And I might pop it through again on both sides to be sure, like a good Irishman. And yes, I can say that because my husband's Irish. Okay, I have an absolutely busy day today, and I'm half expecting outside to hear the lawnmower guy arrive. He's a new fella that we're getting in, and the lawns were supposed to have been done early in the week, but the rains hit on Tuesday in a real Monday in a really bad way. Okay, so he's been putting it off all week, and I'm thinking maybe he really doesn't want to tackle the jungle that is my back garden. However, he assured me no, he does. It's just that with the weather, and his good lawnmower that he uses for jungles was in the repair shop earlier in the week. So today is the day apparently, and because I'm in and out all day, I'm thinking he's going to come first thing this morning. However, it's after 9 now and he still hasn't arrived, so maybe he is leaving it later in the day. Anyway, I'm going to stop chatting now, and I hope you don't get dizzy, because I'm going to put my film on fast forward and get rid of all of these and pull this out and pull this one out and get rid of all the tiny pieces. Okay, I'll be back soon. Okay, we're back again, and what I'm going to do is now pop the butterflies, well, the pink one, out of the mould. I'm going to use the round tip, the scoring blade, to pop this out. Okay, so we've got that done. Now, the trick with this is to get this out. Oh, I've forgotten one part though, is to take off the sticky back, the paper, the backing for the sticky paper. We're going to take that off while this is still in the die. Pop that back down. It does want to pop out, as you can see, it's being a pain, but there we go, we've got all the backing off there. And now I'm going to lift this die and try very carefully to line it up with the melon mambo piece as carefully as I can, like so. There is a bit of overlap on one side that I can't do much about. There we go. Try and get that lined up as well as I can, and just give it a good press, and there we go. So bring in my bone folder and just give that a light rub. So there we go, that's now attached. I actually really do prefer the Mango Melody against the Melon Mambo to the Flirty Flamingo. I realised yesterday Flirty Flamingo is not one of my favourite pinks. I'm not a pink girl anyway, although I've got pink nails, but the Flirty Flamingo is more of a yellow pink, and I'm not over keen. I prefer the more blue pink. Excuse me. Sorry, I've got my coffee sitting to the side here, and it's going cold. Okay, card's almost finished. I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella pen and just run over very loosely over the Mango Melody. Glitter on it. Okay, so we've glittered that. Now we're going to turn it over, and I'm going to bring in my glue dots, which are sitting here somewhere under all the discards. Okay, so we're going to, whoops, where did that one go? No doubt I'm going to find it later because it just flew off then. Never to be seen again. I'll probably end up wearing it. As I said, these are all strategically placed so that you're not going to see them on the other side of the card. So we're going to flip that over and make sure that we've got all the butterflies within that 4 1/8 inch, and give that a press. As you can see, none of those glue dots are visible. However, the butterflies are still quite floppy, and we don't want them getting damaged. So in with a few more glue dots, and I'm going to pop one under his wing. There. Now remember, these are going down onto the vellum, not onto the cardstock, and the vellum is only adhered in that one spot at the moment, and that's smack dab in the middle. so there's still a chance that could come off. However, we're going to fix that in a minute too. Okay, so we can come in and just pop a glue dot under that, and glue dot in this corner, because the butterfly wing will hide any sight. Same in this corner. And the same in this corner, because all of those are now hidden. Now I still have to fix him down without him going off, and the same on this side. So what I'm going to do, scissors. Okay, where's my snips? So I'm going to bring in my snips, and I'm going to cut this glue dot in half. Now half of it is stuck to the scissors. So I'm going to, which ones? It's these two. So put half a glue dot there, and he's stuck down, and the other half a glue dot under here, and he's stuck down. Okay, all we need now is to bring in some rhinestones, and I'm going to put 3 big rhinestones down the centre of the main butterfly. Now I'm using contraband because I've still got a stack of this in my stash that I need to use up. Now the rest of them, we're going to put a medium-sized one on his body, and a medium-sized under my stamps. Okay. And that, apart from the sentiment, is it. Now, for the sentiment, I'm going to bring in a little bit more card. I'm going to trim this to within 1 inch of its life. I only need a small piece. Right, trim this down, and I'm going to flag the end. Like so. And then I'm going to bring this piece in, hold it together like so, and just trim it off there, and then do the same, flag the end the way I have with the other one. In with the snail, put the snail along the bottom half of the sentiment, and then I'm just going to offset it slightly. Like so, so that you've just got a small shadow, and then that is going to be glued across there. Okay, so in with the glue dots again, and a glue dot there, I need to put some twine around that, and glue. I'm only doing the glue dots towards the flagged end of the banner so that that can go there, and then I'm going to flip it over and trim off the excess against the side of the card, and there we go, and that is our card finished. And to save a little bit of time, I'd already stamped the envelope. So there we go, envelope, and on this side we've just got the room there. I haven't stamped the snail mail, which I will do now. So that is our envelope finished. We've got Can't Be Snail Mail, an area for you to put your return address there, and the front is beautifully decorated. And I hope you really like that card. This is the one I will be sending out. So remember, if you put a $50 order in, you will receive this card in the mail plus a kit. And that goes for anybody who puts a $50 order in. I will make more of these and this one and send them out to anybody who puts in a $50 order with me. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.